I know that I don't have the gift that you guys got from Vernon telling the story. No, I have to read it.
You got all the hair, though.
But I got
We're going to have to shave your hair.
All right. So I'm sorry, but I just have to, these are the thoughts that I've had over the last 5 days. Fighter pilot, adventurer, judge, leader in the community, these were not the Uncle Bernie that I knew. I know of this man through his stories and the stories of others. But the Vernon that I knew firsthand was not large in the world, he was large in my world. Through my experience of him, I learned that he was big, but not scary, strong, but not gruff, great fun, a rascal at times, but disciplined. He was busy, but he was never too busy for me. He was an optimist, expecting the best of himself, and I believe best for me. Oh, I hate this. I'm going to start over.
Keep going.
Not really so much in what he said, but by how he acted. I learned from his example how important family is. And I witnessed an exuberance for living life full out, no matter how old you were or no matter what your condition was. I've been trying to think back to my earliest memory of Ernie, not a memory of a photograph, but a real picture in my mind of the earliest experience of him. And the strongest, earliest memory is still crystal clear from an escapade we had on Pacific Street, up the street from their house. I guess I was about 7 or 8, and it was the Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner that we had there, and everybody sat around, and the adults kept eating, and so the kids said, well, what do we do? And somebody suggested that there was an empty house up the street. So we all went up there, and Johnny Ben kind of broke open a window, and some of us slid through, and we went in there. You know, it was cool. We thought we were Nancy Drew or something. We all slid in, we ate some old cookies, and we did what we did. We thought it was an adventure, and we thought we got by with it. And I'm still not sure how Bernie found out, but he did. He found out, and he was mad. He was really, 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 really mad. And his anger and his disappointment was aimed at all of us. I mean, remember, we're 9, 8, 7, 6. We're little kids, but we thought we knew everything.
We broke into a house.
Yeah. What I remember most was thinking, that isn't such a bad thing. After all, nobody lived there, nobody was hurt, we didn't take anything. But he told us clearly that if nobody ever found out that we had done something wrong, that we had no right to do whatever we felt might be a fun adventure without considering the consequences or the law or somebody else's property. He was very clear that being responsible for your own behavior was all important. But he didn't scare me. He did scare the hell out of Johnny Ben. I mean, Johnny was shaken. He probably was the only one that was going to get whooped because the rest of us were girls. But I felt sad that I disappointed him. Anyway, through the following 50 years, he remained, he remained big to me and very dear. With Grandpa Auer, the smell of a pipe can bring on a flood of memories. With Vernon, the smell of meat roasting over an open fire instantly transports me back to times at the farm and at the cabin, and of all those wonderful memories of Bernie at the center. I will miss how he always made me feel. That he was truly delighted to see me. What a gift. To be able to share yourself with others, and also to be able to make many people feel important. His legacy to me is the sense of being cherished and his example of living life full out, with gusto, with enthusiasm, and with great faith in a good outcome. He lived quite simply, but he lived with great richness and great impact. And I'm grateful that he was in my life. Godspeed on your next adventure, Vernon.